lokotho ezinhle Ithala kanye ne-Go Digital SA Foundation. Thamelani izifundo ze-mathematics, i-accounting, isiZulu ulimi lwasekhaya, isiNgisi, i-FAL, i-physical science, i-geography, ezobuchwepheshe, i-computer applications technology kanye namaklasi e-learner wellness okungukuzilolonga ngokomqondo kanye nomzimba. Lezi zifundo zethulwa nsuku zonke kusukela ngoMsombuluko kuya ngoLwesihlanu kuqala ngehora lesi-4 kuya kwelesihlanu u-4 kuya ku-5 ntambama nangomgqibelo kusukela ligamanxe ihora lesi-8 8:30 kuze kugamanxe ihora lokuqala emini 1:30. Zithameleni futhi lezi zifundo emsakazweni Ukhozi FM njalo ngoLwesine kusukela ngo-9 kuya ku-10 ebusuku. Ningangena ekhasini lethu lika-Facebook elithi Go Digital SA_movement noma kwi-YouTube uthi Go Digital SA Foundation. Siyethemba nizolijabulela lolu hlelo oluhlose ukunifundisa futhi lulekelele kulokho enikufunda ezikoleni zenu. Luthokozeleni-ke lolu hlelo nimeme nabo bonke abanye abafundi bebanga le-12 grade 12 ukuze nabo bazuze kulo futhi nonke nicijeleke ukuphumelela kwizivivinyo zenu zokuphela konyaka.
Sanibonani bafundi ba grade 12, ngiphinde nginibingelele. Igama lami ngumuzi Mthembu, i-tutor yenu ye-geography. Namhlanje sizobe senza i-climate and weather as a topic. So i-climate and weather you'll remember ke grade 12 ukuthi nje topic yokuqala lapha ka grade 12. So ake sikhumbule nje grade 12. Lapha silapha ka grade 8 senza into ekuthiwa i-climate and senza ne-weather. Sakudefine nje ukuthi kuyini, yabo. So climate sathi is the weather condition that prevails in an area over a long time. And then bese ukuthi i-weather yona ke sikhuluma ama-day to day conditions. So sikhuluma ukuthi kuzobe kunjani namhlanje, kusasa kuzobe kunjani. Ijezi uyaligqoka noma gqoka mhlawumbe i-t-shirt or anything. So i-weather ke idila naleyo nto. Kodwa i-climate iba specific nje for leyo ndawo ukuthi leyo ndawo i-climate yakhona noma i-weather yakhona nje iba njani for isikhathi eside. Alright, grade 12. I-main focus yethu ke namhlanje izobe iku-South African climate. Sizobe senza i-synoptic weather map noma i-synoptic charts. Siphinde sibheke ne-mid-latitude cyclone. Sibheke ama-characteristics akhona. Siphinde sibheke ne-tropical cyclone. Sibheke nama-characteristics akhona. Now, i-synoptic weather map grade 12 ihlukene kabili ke. Khona i-synoptic weather map yase-summer, khona i-synoptic weather map yase-winter. So kuzomela sikwazi ukuthi sihlukanisa kanjani. Ikhombisa ini ke i-synoptic weather map grade 12. I-synoptic weather map ikhombisa ama-weather conditions and phenomena such as ikhombisa i-temperature, ikhombisa i-precipitation which is imvula noma mhlambe i-hail. Iphinde ikhombisa i-wind speed, ikhombisa i-direction and ikhombisa ne-cloud cover. Now, i-synoptic weather map uma sesi-interpreta ke manje singa-interpreta kanjani? Kwi-synoptic weather map kunama-lines abizwa ngama-isobars. In lama lines ajoyina wonke ama-points of equal pressure. Sizowabona nje in a short while. Now, the pressure is measured in hectopascals. So le pressure lena ke i-measure ngama-hectopascals noma ngama-millibars. U-HPA nje uma ubona u-HPA uchaza ukuthi ama-hectopascals noma ubona u-MB uchaza ukuthi ama-millibars. Ama-isobars ayefome ke ama-pattern athize. Usually ajwayele ukufoma ama-pattern all round. Ama-shapes akhona ayahluka ke. La grade 12 nginama-shapes amabili ama-synoptic noma ama-pressure. Ka left wami ngine-pressure which is called low pressure cell. And then ka right wami ngine-pressure ebizwa nge-high pressure or high pressure cell. Grade 12 into yokuqala nje masikhuluma ngala ma-pressure lawa kuzomela sibheke phela ukuthi yini ephakathi lapha kwi-sensor njengalana nje kwi-low pressure cell ngino L phakathi uchaza ukuthi i-low pressure cell yami yena. Then bese ngiba nalabo round labo line abawo round ababizwa ngama-isobars. Labo line abano round abahambi bodwa kodwa bahamba nezinamba phakathi esiyibiza ngama-hectopascals. Lezi namba mawuyibhekisisile kahle zini break in between njengalana nje kuno 1006 ulandele 1004 ulandele 1002 ugcine 1000. So uma unotice nje grade 12 la lezi namba zakho ziya decrease as you go towards the center. So zifika lapha e-center sezincane. And then again uma unotice ngalezi namba lezi kune break in between and le break lena iwu4. Sibiza ngani ke grade 12 le break le ewu4 njengoba ngisuka ku6 ngiya ku4. Sibiza ngama-isobaric interval noma ama-isobars interval, but most of the time ama-isobaric intervals. And lo moya lo uyaspina ke grade 12. Kumele sazi ke manje ama-situations of different hemispheres. Njengala eSouth Africa, i-low pressure cell. Uma umoya uspina to your right, so which means sibiza nge-clockwise position. But ngale in-northern hemisphere uhamba anti-clockwise umoya wakho suke urepresenta i-low pressure. Sambe sengale kwi-high pressure cell. Then again unama-hectopascals la if you notice nje asuka 1016 1018 1020 no 1022. Uma ubheka ke manje lana ke kwi-high pressure cell i-pressure iya increase as you go towards the center. Lesu 1016 ekuqaleni, but now i-center yethu mawuyibhekisisile manje isize yafika ku 1022. So which means nomoya lo uyasinda. Then again i-movement ke yomoya la eSouth Africa noma eSouthern hemisphere mawuhamba lo moya lo uhamba in an anti-clockwise position. So uya ka left. So mawucompareisha ke manje i-low pressure cell, high pressure cell. Ama differences nje ukuthi i-high pressure cell ama-hectopascals ayanyuka as you go towards the center uchaza ukuthi umoya is dense uyasinda. Low pressure cell le echaza ukuthi ama-conditions phela ke akhona ayashisa. Mawubhekisisile futhi nakhona ama-hectopascals akhona as you go towards the center ayancipha. So which means i-pressure iyancipha. Lo moya uyanyuka is rising up. Meanwhile lo osindayo uyi-high pressure cell since udense ushona phansi. Kwi-exam yakho grade 12 ke ezuzobhala nje ama-trial examinations, ama-final examinations. Kwi-exam you may be asked to describe the weather of a particular place on the synoptic weather map by referring to the weather station. So ibona nje ukuthi yini i-weather station. Into ozoyidinga ke manje you will need to comment on the following weather elements. Khona into ethiwa ama-weather elements ke la ka geography. Lama weather elements ke include izinto enjengo cloud cover, izinto enjengo wind direction, izinto enjengama wind speed, air temperature, dew point temperature, precipitation. So kumele nje as a grade 12 lena uzazi zonke lezi zinto ukuthi zibonakala kanjani kwi-synoptic weather. Asibheke ukuthi zibonakala kanjani kwi-synoptic weather map ke before size interpret anything. Now, kwi-synoptic weather map yakho grade 12 uzothola izinto ezikanje. Lento ibizwa ngani? I-weather station. Iyiqanda nje lambe siba note lapha yana ulibheke phezulu ngabheka nanoma yipi direction. Mhlambe ngafacea mhlambe unorth, mhlambe liface usouth noma ueast noma uwest depending. Kulona loluthi ke manje uzobona nje ukuthi khona izinaliti eziwu2 connected and ayifani lezi zinaliti in terms of size wazo. Asibheke ke manje ukuthi izinto ezila grade 12 zichaza ukuthini. Now, i-wind speed Sibona ngani ke grade 12 irepresentwe yini ke manje? Wind speed yakho sisikale ngama knots. Njengalana nje. Uma ubona uthi olulodwa kanje yana, uchaza ukuthi sino 10 knots, not 1 knot, but sino 10 knots. Uma sibona inickel noma uthi oluncane nje umcibisho lomncane, ubizwa ngani ke lo mcibisho lo ngo 5 knots. So uma usuhlanganise lo 5 knots nalo ya 10 knots kuzokunikeza u10 knots in total. So ke exam mabekubuzile ukuthi ithini i-wind speed of that particular place, uzothini uhlanganisa lo 5 nalo 10 bese kunikeza u15. So in this case sino 15 knots. I-wind direction siyibona kanjani ke lapha kwi-synoptic weather map? I-wind direction uzoyibona njengothi olibheke kunanoma yipi i-direction. So kule case lubheke luface ka northwest. Iseqaleni lingaface ka south, bheke ezantsi noma libheke phezulu ka north. So in this case umoya wethu wind direction yethu is northwest. Then again bese siba ne-air temperature. I-air temperature i-highest temperature ke esiyithola around station model, weather station. So in this case sine number eziwuthula no 27 no 24. So 27 uphezulu and is a bigger number, uyinumber enkulu. Lo 27 lona ke uama degrees. So i-air temperature yethu in this case iubani grade 12 iu27 degrees Celsius. Bese siba ne-precipitation. I-precipitation ingaba imvula, ingaba i-snow, ingaba i-hail, i-fog, i-mist, thunderstorm, anything grade 12. And yona ijwayele ukuba lapha phakathi nendawo. Bayifaka in between i-air temperature ne-dew point. So in this case njengamanje sine what type of precipitation esinayo i-rainfall. Ngoba kuno dots nje omncane. So njalo uma ubona lo dots lo sizosho ukuthi it means ukuthi there is rain. Then again sinento ebizwa nge-dew point temperature. I-dew point temperature yona isuke kuyi-minimum temperature esuke ingezansi la around the station model. So in this case i-dew point temperature yethu iu-24. So it's a minimum temperature. Then also lapha phezulu ngoba ku-27 ibizwa nge-maximum temperature. Now sine-cloud cover. I-cloud cover ke ilapha irepresentwe ikhanda. Nanti ikhanda ngiyibiza ngekhanda ke mina leyana. And leliya khanda leliyana lingaba clear noma mhlambe libe u-half la noma libe 3/4 noma libe i-quarter. Uma ligcwele kanje grade 12 lihlangene limnyama lonke silibiza ngokuthi li-overcast. And ama-conditions ahamba no-overcast khuluma ngokuthi phela it's cloud kunamafu. And kunama-chances amaningi ukuthi kunganetha nanoma yini. Even a thunderstorm i-possible. Now ake sibheke grade 12 lama symbols lawa abalekile ke kwi-synoptic weather map. So siqala nje nge-cloud cover yethu. I-cloud cover yethu even though ingaphelele ke la ngi-highlight izinto ezincane. Uma leli khanda lethu, uma leli bhola lethu lingenalutho lapha phakathi. Mase sibhala lapha kwi-exam uzobhala mase bekubuzile ukuthi injani i-weather lapha, yani injani i-cloud cover yakuleya ndawo. Uzobhala ukuthini it's clear. Uma ikhave kanje yaba yi-3/4 siyibiza ngokuthi it's 3/4. But ikhanda uma limnyama ligcwele kanje yana, which means kunamafu amaningi akubonakali ilanga, akubonakali even nesibhakabhaka nesky. Sibiza ngokuthi ama-conditions alana are-overcast. Asibheke i-wind speed. I-wind speed phela yona esiguidayo ukuthi umoya ubhekephi. So in this case uzobona nje yonke i-wind speed yethu iface kwi-one direction ewu-east. Kodwa manje le wind speed yami lokuqala inothi oluncane. And lolutho oluncane ngithe eqaleni irepresenta u5 knots. Nansi enye wind speed yami yesibili. Le wind speed yami yesibili mawunothisa inothi olude lapha ekugcineni. So loluthi lolu irepresenta u10 knots. Nansi ke enye ilento iwind direction yami. Iwind speed yami ihamba newind direction yami. La you will notice ukuthi singinolayini ababili kunemicibisho le ewu2. Owodwa mfishane, owodwa mude. So kwi-exam masu answerisha i-question sebekubuze wind speed ukuthi ingakanani wind speed yalapha yana. Sokusuthi 5 plus 10. Lokho kuzokunikeza u15 knots. Then bese kuba eyokugcina iwind speed. Le wind speed yakho you can see uzonothisa nje ukuthi nemicibisholo ewu2 elingana izinto eziwu2 elingana. Lezi izinto lezi zoyi2 zinde. So zirepresenta 20 knots because 10 plus 10 this gives you ubani u20. Then bese siba neprecipitation. Ngithe precipitation can come in any form. It's either imvula, hail, fog, mist, thunderstorm, anything. So grade 12 uma ubona into ekanje lapha kwi-synoptic weather map yakho suzothini? It's rain, imvula. Uma ubona into engathi comma. I-comma ichaza ukuthi it's drizzling kuleyo ndawo. Uma ubona into eyi-triangle kodwa ebheke phansi ichaza ukuthi ama-showers lawo imvula. Then bese kuthi uma ubona into eyi-star ichaza ukuthi lizobe likhithika kuleyo ndawo kune-snow. I-triangle esuke emnyama phakathi ishadekile phakathi ichaza ukuthi kuleyo ndawo kuzoba ne-hail storm. So which means kuzoba nechotho. Then uma ubona olayini aba-parallel to each other njengalaba abafakile ichaza ukuthi leyo ndawo izobe ine-fog. Olayini ababili emaphini yakho izochaza ukuthi i-mist. Then bese kuba nento engazi ukuthi u-R ene-cap phezulu ne-arrow ebheke phansi lapha ka-right ichaza ukuthi leyo ndawo izoba ne-thunderstorm. Then bese kuba iwona futhi lo R one-cap phezulu onomcibisho lobheke ka-right kodwa manje une-triangle encane ngaphezulu uchaza ukuthi kuzoba nama-thunderstorms azobe ehamba nesichotho azohamba ne-hail. So iwona-ke grade 12 ama-symbols lawa kumele uwazi khona uzokwazi phela uku-interpreta kahle i-synoptic. Asibheke-ke manje i-synoptic weather map. So qala ngesama synoptic weather map sibheke ukuthi how do I identify exactly ukuthi le synoptic weather map eyasesama. Khona izinto eziyifew ekumele uyibheke-ke lana-ke grade 12 echazayo phela ukuthi ezokutshela ukuthi i-summer weather map, synoptic weather map noma i-winter synoptic weather map. Into yokuqala uzobheka nje around the map. Ubheke ukuthi ama-weather stations akho akanjani especially lapha yana kwi-cloud cover. I-cloud cover yakho as you can see la emaphini yakho i-dominate noma ugcwele ama-overcast conditions. So ama-weather station models akho i-most yawo especially la ka-east part of the country agcwele ama-overcast cloud covers. Then another thing uzobheka phela lapha yana on your far right ukuthi ayikho yini into ethiwa i-I, and uma ubona lento ethiwa i-I isuke irepresenta ini ama-possibilities a-tropical cyclone. Le tropical cyclone ngeke uzoyithole ngala ka-west but instead uzoyithola kephi la ka-east ngoba isuka ka-east iye kephi ka-west ifike i-dissipate la kwi-inland. Then another thing uzomele ubheka ama-temperatures njengalana nje nansi i-temperature yalapha yana iwu-23 then also unenye futhi ewu-28. If you look around the map khona nje ewu-20 khona o-29 khona o-25 So nje if I can sum it up, mhlambe i-average yalama summer noma air temperatures ila kuma mid-20s. So which means ama conditions are warm. So as you can see, nansi arrow yami ebhekile ichaza ukuthini ke I have 28 as i-air temperature yami, I have i-dew point temperature yami ewu-23, then also i-wind direction yale ya station model iya ka north east. I-wind speed yami is equal to 20 knots ngoba sinemcibisholo ewu-2 elinganayo. Ne-wind speed equal to 20 knots, ne-cloud cover overcast. As you can see laphayana ku-dark, so it's shaded. So which means leya ndawo leyana ilanga libonakala and nesibhakabhaka sibonakala. I-precipitation ke ithini i-precipitation yakuleya ndawo? Kune-dot nje encane la, even though ingabonakali kahle, but ine-dot encane chaza ukuthi there are chances of rainfall. So kuyanetha kuleya ndawo. Then again enye into ezokukhombisa ukuthi le map eyasesama uzobheka phela over the land, the interior of the place. Zobona nje kune low pressure cell. So the places around here is dominated by a low pressure cell. Nansi low pressure cell yakho ilaphayana kwi-interior. Then uma ubheka futhi nala kune dates la grade 12 ebhala ukuthi 2011-01-24. So which means the map, le synoptic weather map yathathwa ngoJanuary 24. So ngoJanuary 24 la eSouth Africa kwi-Southern Hemisphere so kuyi-summer. Then mawubheka on your far right, nansi i-South Indian high pressure isimuvile manje, isithe ukwehla kancane, ayikho lapha phezulu. So mayisithe ukwehla kancane, which goes to show ukuthi ama conditions ke phela manje alapha around that area asethe ukuba warm. So sekudominated, sekukhona ama coastal low, so yona suke sidominated around that place. That is why i-high pressure cell yakho has actually moved further south. So izona zinto grade 12 kumele uyibheke ke lezi kwi-exam mase ipresentiwe la i-synoptic weather map yakho phambi kwakho sekumele u-identify sebekubuzile ukuthi iziphi ezinye izinto oyibonayo mhlambe besides noma ngaphandle kwe-date ekhombisayo ukuthi le summer synoptic weather map. Now, i-summer synoptic weather map grade 12 njengoba kade sengishilo ekuqaleni sizobona ngoba kune-eye laphayana ezorepresenta ukuthi kune-tropical cyclone. The inland places kuzobe kune-low pressure. Then also kumele ubheke even ne-date ukuthi i-date ithini. So in that case bewumhla ka-24 January 2011. Then also i-South Indian high pressure cell isitholakala manje laphaya isimuvile yaya le ezansi ka-further south. And then indawo yonke, so which means the entire country is dominated by high temperatures. Now asibheke i-winter synoptic weather map ukuthi singayibona kanjani ke, how do we identify and tell ukuthi lena ke manje i-winter synoptic weather map. Kunezinto ekumele siyibheke ke, ama-features kumele siwabheke achazayo phela ukuthi le charts ithathwe nini nge-winter. Now into yokuqala nje, the entire area noma especially ngala ngoba i-cold front yethu ijwayele ukumove from south noma from west to south to east. Kumele siyibheke phela ukuthi idominatiwe yini ama-cold fronts lawa amove towards the land, especially towards the east. Then also sibheke nento ekuthiwa yini i-Kalahari high pressure, especially over the land. Kalahari high pressure represents ama-cold conditions. So uma usuyibona isilaphayana loya H lo usuke ulaphayana phakathi kwi-inland, kuyachaza phela ukuthi sekune-subsidence, umoya obandayo usuwehlile wehlela kephi laphayana kwi-interior of the country. Then again sibheke ama-dates ukuthi athina ama-dates. So most of the time ama-dates synoptic weather map siyazi ukuthi la eSouth Africa i-winter ingena ngoJune to bani uJuly. So ama-dates ethu kwi-synoptic weather map azothi between uJune noma uJuly. Then again siphinde sibheke i-South Indian high pressure cell and i-South Atlantic high pressure ukuthi as it's moved closer now to the land. So it has moved, which means isinyukile yakephi ka-north manje. It's no longer kephi laphayana ka-south. I-South Indian high pressure cell, you will remember ukuthi ngala kwi-warm ocean current, then bese ukuthi i-South Atlantic high pressure cell yona ingala ka-right ka-left wakho because it's driven. Isuke iphethe ama-cold conditions from the South Poles. Then also generally indawo yonke yase-South Africa it will be dominated by ama-low temperatures. Asibheke-ke manje i-chart yethu ukuthi i-chart yethu ibukeka kanjani-ke, especially yase-winter. Now if you look around i-South Africa le map, if ubheka nje ama-station models akho, you will notice ukuthi i-most yawo are-dominated, especially uma ubuka i-cloud cover yakho i-clear, and to those areas especially ngala lezi ne-moisture ngala ka-east wakho zinawo ama-clouds amancane kodwa. Uma ubheke all around the map ayikho indawo ene-overcast as i-cloud cover. Then again nansi South Atlantic high pressure, i-South Atlantic high pressure, you can notice now ukuthi isimuvile ayisekho ngale ka-south, but instead sihambile yaphusheka yaya kephi lapha ka-north wakho. Nalapha futhi i-South Indian high nayo isithe ukumuva kancane isukile kule position kade kuyona le ezansi yaphusheka yaya le phezulu kephi ka-north. Now you will remember even though bengayikhombisanga grade 12 i-Kalahari high pressure, you must know ukuthi njalo nge-winter Kalahari high pressure isuke ilaphayana in the interior. Sometimes bayakhombisa bayayifaka, sometimes abayifaki njengakule synoptic weather map abayifakanga. Now ezinye izinto-ke ekumele uyibheke mina bheka ama-weather stations ukuthi anjani. Now in this case ake sithathe i-weather station eyodwa nje. Nansi i-weather station-ke eyodwa ingale ka-west wakho, and uma uyinothisa i-overcast leya weather station yakho, i-cloud cover i-overcast. And omunye useyibuza-ke manje ukuthi hawu ngoba Mr. Mthembu uthe most of the time during winter ama-weather station especially i-cloud cover isuke i-clear, so how come leya weather station yethu i-overcast? Kumele sikhumbule-ke grade 12 ukuthi in winter kukhona lento ebizwa nge-mid-latitude cyclone eza nama-heavy rainfalls, so that is why i-move from west to east. So uma ubheke nje lana nje lama-conditions lawa are-associated with i-mid-latitude cyclone ngoba i-generator ngala ka-west bese iya-move towards the east, ifike i-dissipate ngale ka-east ngoba isuke isithola ama-warm ocean currents or warm conditions. Asithathe asibheke le weather station yase-Gulf. Now if you look la grade 12 sine-air temperature of 11 degrees Celsius, ne-dew point temperature ewu-6 degrees Celsius, ne-wind speed, nansi wind speed umoya liyanikla ibhekile. So kahle it's northwest, iface ka-northwest, not ka-north as such, but iface ka-northwest. I-wind speed nanku leya mcibisholo lo olaphana grade 12, and you can see ukuthi mude and uwodwa. So uchaza ukuthini-ke nge-wind speed, uchaza ukuthi it's 10 knots. Then bese sibheka i-cloud cover. I-cloud cover iyasitshela phela-ke la grade 12 ukuthi ngoba kumnyama la, so which means ama-conditions are overcast. I-precipitation kune-dots laphayana phakathi nendawo kule weather station between i-air temperature ne-dew point temperature. Precipitation yethu in this case it's rainfall. So kuyanetha, it's raining. Then lastly, uma ubheke laphayana on your far right, kune data abayibekile laphayana 2011 07 23. So which means le map yethu ithathwe ngoJuly and uJuly iwinter. So mase becelile again grade 12, ngicela mase becelile ukuthi besides maybe mhlambe the conditions, the dates as well, yiziphi ezinye izinto ongayibheka. Ngicela ubheke the entire map. Sibheke nje ama-weather stations ethu ukuthi i-cloud cover yethu ithini, bheke ama-minimum temperatures nama-maximum temperatures ukuthi anjani. So generally in winter, ama-air temperatures ethu asuke e-low, asuke egijima laphayana kuma-teens, asuke egijima ko-15 degrees Celsius air temperature, asuke egijima lapha ku-19 degrees. Mhlambe the highest temperature mhlambe eba recorded la kwi-map during winter mhlambe iba ku-2021. Now, asibheka ama-cyclones, grade 12. La, grade 12 siyascover two types of ama-cyclones. Number one, discover a mid-latitude cyclone. Siphinde discover a tropical cyclone. And kumele uwazi ukuthi yini i-mid-latitude cyclone, yini i-tropical cyclone, maphi futhi ama-characteristics akhona, and the conditions necessary for the formation of a mid-latitude cyclone as well as a tropical cyclone. Now, asibheke mid-latitude cyclone. So, grade 12, our main focus la sizofocus nje kwi-cross section through immature stage, through immature mid-latitude cyclone. So, la sisibheka phela i-cross profile, so sibheka i-side view. Makuthiwa cross section, sibheka i-side view, the profile. Then also our main focus sizobheka the weather that occurs as a result of a cold front. Then lastly, siphinde sibheke, this is the most frequently tested. So sibheke ukuthi itestwa kanjani i-mid-latitude cyclone kwi-exam yakho. So you will notice ukuthi nje this is the most frequently tested section, as South Africa is mostly affected by the passage of a cold front, or is mostly affected by a mid-latitude cyclone. Now, asibheke le mature mid-latitude cyclone ukuthi uma sesiyibiza nge-cross section siyibiza kanjani, especially i-matured stage, ngoba siyazi phela ukuthi i-mid-latitude cyclone yethu i-developer ama-stages. So la in this case sase i-matured mid-latitude cyclone. Okay, into yokuqala nje kumele uyibheke-ke grade 12 lana, sibheke i-general movement of this entire system. So i-general movement isuka ngala ka west iya ngale ka east, and uma ifika ngale ka east ifika iphele. Iqedwa yini? Iqedwa ama-conditions ewatholayo laphayana a-warm, akwi-warm Indian Ocean. And uma unotice lana, ngine-cold front yami lapha ehamba laphayana, then also ngine-warm front yami ehamba lapha. Zoyi-two lezi zinto ziyahubhana, ziyajahana, enye ingaphambili enye ingemuva. And uma ubheka grade 12 kunamafu alaphayana by the warm front. And then again, next to the cold front unama-clouds amakhulu. Behind the cold front unama-clouds amancane. And then again, mawubheka ezansi nje laphayana grade 12, nani unama-cold dense air that moves under i-warm air. On your far right, these are called dense air moving away. Same in grade 12, one thing is being chased by the other. So in this case, the warm front, ihujwa noma ijahwa, the cold front. Now, grade 12, la une-cold front khona, nansi cold front yakho, hamba lapho. Kuzoba ne-development of in grade 12 ama-cumulonimbus clouds. Adevelopha yini-ke lama-cumulonimbus clouds? As i-cold front ijaha i-warm front, lo moya ola ophakathi nendawo uyasqueezeka, and lo moya ola phakathi nendawo grade 12 usuke u-warm, ingakho siyibiza nge-cold, nge-warm sector lindawo. So the moment warm as cold front ijaha warm front, the warm air will actually rise. Uzonyuka umoya oshisayo ngoba se umoya oshisayo is less dense, so which means awusindi njengomoya obandayo. So the moment umoya oshisayo urise uya phezulu, condensation phela will be formed. So condensation ke izofoma ama-clouds, and then after ama-clouds kuzoba ne-precipitation, and le precipitation kuzoba in a form of imvula, ngaba even ama-thunder showers. So kumele uwazi into eyodwa ye-grade 12 ukuthi around this area here kuba nama-cumulonimbus clouds, and ama-cumulonimbus clouds iwona amumatha noma they carry imvula eningi, and also they carry a thunderstorm. So kuzomele uwazi ukuthi nje around next to the cold front, since it's chasing in a warm front, kuzoba ne-development of ama-cumulonimbus clouds because of umoya lo onyukayo. Then again la ngezansi grade 12 unento ebizwa nge-cold sector. So eventually cold front will catch up with a warm front, and then bese kushintsha istage ke manje kubizwe ngani nge-occlusion stage. So ilapho izobe si-dissipate ke phela manje la izobe siphela khona i-mid-latitude. Now ake sibheke ke ama-weather in front of the cold front. Njengoba ngishilo ke grade 12 futhi la nje in front of the cold front kunama-cumulonimbus clouds. Lama-cumulonimbus cloud agcwele imvula, kunama-chances ukuthi noma kunama-chances ukuthi kube ne-hailstorm, kunama-chances nje ukuthi sibe nemvula eningi. Nanka-ke ama-conditions atholakala in front of the cold front grade 12. Okokuqala nje will experience cool temperatures. Okwesibili kuzoba ne-low pressure. Okwesithathu kuzoba nama-overcast conditions azolida phela ukuthi kube nama-clouds abizwa ngani ngama-cumulonimbus clouds. Kuzoba nama-chances ukuthi kube ne-thunderstorms. Asibheke i-weather behind the cold front ukuthi isuke injani ke i-weather behind the cold front. Generally kusuke kubanda behind the cold front. Remember it has passed, sidlulile. So mayidlula i-cold front ishiya ama-conditions abandayo, lishiya ama-high pressure because umoya usuke udense kuyabanda, and kuba partly cloudy. Remember ama-conditions ahambisana nokubanda partly cloudy, so you no longer have cumulonimbus noma ama-cumulonimbus clouds, but you will have now ama-cumulus clouds, wona amumatha ilento imvula encane. So ama-chances ukuthi enethe ke ancane kakhulu, so we'll experience light rainfalls. Asibheke grade 12 ama-characteristics of mid-latitude cyclone ekumele uwazi before uya kwi-exam room. Ama-characteristics kumele phela sazi amanye amagama ukuthi i-mid-latitude cyclone imaphi amanye amagama awo. Elinye igama le-mid-latitude cyclone ibizwa nge-frontal depression, elinye i-temperature cyclone, elinye siyibiza nge-extra tropical cyclone. I-formation yakhona ke ihamba kanjani? I-formation ye-mid-latitude cyclone grade 12 ifomeka within lama belts lawa akabani aka-40 to 60 degrees, both north and south. Then again, where does it occur? Yenzakala kephi ke manje? Yenzakala between these pressure belts, between 30 degrees and 60 degrees, both north and south. The movement yakhona ke manje ihamba iyapi i-mid-latitude cyclone, isukaphi iyapi? Isuka ka west lapha kwi-cold ocean current, iyaka east iya kwi-warm ocean current. Driver yini ke manje? It's driven by ama-westerlies. ama-westerlies ethu kumele sazi grade 12 ukuthi atholakala kumaphi ama-pressure belts. Yenzakala ngayiphi isizini i-mid-latitude cyclone? Generally all year round, but in South Africa, mostly in South Africa, yenzakala winter. So yenzakala between June and July. Now, si-identifya kanjani ke mid-latitude cyclone with lapha kwi-synoptic weather map? Sizoyi-identifya warm front, warm sector, cold fronts, nane-cold center, cold sector. As ubonile grade 12 ekuqaleni ngalesi sikhathi senza i-meteors cross section of i-mid-latitude cyclone, sikudwebele nje i-cold fronts, sikudwebela i-warm front on our right. Sasibhala ke ilento i-warm sector lapha between i-cold front and i-warm front. Then ngezansi sasisiba ne-cold sector. And you will remember ukuthi i-cold front is chasing the warm front. And once that has been caught up, then ke kuzoba nani i-occlusion stage. Now, asibheke i-weather associated with mid-latitude cyclone. Let's bheka ama-overcast conditions. Generally, siye sibe nama-low temperatures around the area. Siba nama-strong winds. Ihamba nama-strong winds i-mid-latitude cyclone. Iphinde ihambe nama-heavy rainfall. So ihamba nama-heavy showers. Sibheke ukuthi iziphi iy'ndawo e-affectekayo ke e-affectwa i-mid-latitude cyclone. Nazi indawo e-affectekayo, especially western side of continent. Mina ngizovele nje ngoba sidila ne-South Africa ngizothi nje i-western part of South Africa. Now, asibheke i-tropical cyclone. Yini i-tropical cyclone? I-tropical cyclone is generally a type of a low pressure system which generally forms in tropics. And yona ke esuke iphelezela yini ama-thunderstorms. Asibheka ama-characteristics akhona ukuthi ama-characteristics for the formation of a tropical cyclone map. Qale ngegama amagama. Tropical cyclone inamagama ahlukene depending ukuthi iyenzakala kephi. If iyenzakala e-America, siyibiza ngama-hurricane. If yenzakala ngale China or India, siyibiza ngama-typhoons. If yenzakala ngale Australia, siyibiza ngama-willy willies. So you will remember ke grade 12 ukuthi ama-tropical cyclones ayeqanjwe alphabetically depending ukuthi sesikiphi noma sekusiphi isikhathi. So usually ajwayele ukubiza mhlambe ngo-Anna, amanye o-Irene, amanye mhlambe even Avis, depending ukuthi bayibiza ngale but ihamba alphabetically. So mase senze i-example ke manje kuthiwa nansi i-question paper ke manje isine question ethi i-tropical mhlambe pneumonia, tropical cyclone yesingaki to hit South Africa. Then uzobheka ke manje uthi okay, tropical pneumonia iqala ngo-D, so which means yes 4. Then bese siba careful ke bese kuthiwa before tropical pneumonia mangaki ama-cyclones aseke enzakala for tropical pneumonia. Ila senza khona ama-mistakes ke grade 12. Sisiyabala ke manje 1 A B C, so awu 3 enzakale before i-pneumonia. So asibe careful grade 12 in terms of ukuthi bayiphrase kanjani i-question kwi-exam. Okay, now i-formation ke ye-tropical cyclone ukuthi ifomeka kephi. I-tropical cyclone masikhumbula nje senza u-grade 11 sathi between u-0 and 5 degrees ayikho i-Coriolis force. So i-Coriolis force idingwa i-tropical cyclone ukuthi ifomeke. So i-tropical cyclone iqala ke manje develop kephi ke manje grade 12 iqala idevelop from u-5 degrees kushona le ezantsi kuya ku-30. So it forms around 5 degrees both north and south. The occurrence uthi where does it occur? Tropical cyclone occurs over tropical oceans. Sikubambe lokho, oceans between 5 degrees and 30 degrees both north and south. And you will remember here ukuthi tropical cyclone vele develop inland but develop in the ocean. And in the temperature that is necessary for the development of a tropical cyclone. It's in the temperature again necessary. Idinga a tropical cyclone temperature above 27 degrees of the ocean water. So that is what developer information. Now, as per movement ukuthi isuka phi iyapi. The tropical cyclone isuka east iyaka west. And kunalo moya lo oyidrivayo i-tropical cyclone esibiza ngani ngama-easterlies. So ama-easterly winds, they help ama-tropical cyclone to be driven from east to west. And that dissipates ke ama-tropical cyclone. Dissipates phela grade 12 uphela the cyclone. So a dissipator laphana kwi-inland mayesefika nje once afika laphana kwi-inland aqala manje ahlangana nezinto ezinjengani ama-buildings, hlangana nezinto ezinjengey'ntaba. And you will remember ukuthi i-tropical cyclone, for it to continue developing or continue moving, idinga phela i-moisture, idinga i-ocean temperature, idinga lamanzi lawa ukuthi iqhubeke iyenze i-water vapor, iqhubeke igijime. So since i-land inganawo amanzi enough ukuthi iqhubeke i-tropical cyclone, it will now dissipate, izovele iphele because of the lack of the ocean water. And also because of the friction that is there inland. And you will remember tropical cyclone, grade 12, ihamba ngama stages from a developing stage, which is initial stage, to immature, to matured, to eventually a degeneration noma dissipating stage. Mele swazi wonke lawo formation stage. Then asibheke season yenzakala ngayo i-tropical cyclone. Yenzakala mid-late summer or early autumn. So in South Africa nje ama mid-late summers sikhuluma ngama periods anjengo February, March or even April. Uma early autumn sekuzongena i-winter. So ila sithola khona i-tropical cyclone siqala ke manje isidevelop. Now, identify kanjani ke i-tropical cyclone emapini yethu. Tropical cyclone sobona ngama stormy weather in the vortex. Then also i-vortex sikhuluma ngamalendo ngama side la kwi-eye. Uzobona nge-eye. I is between these vortex, so it's between these two eye walls anyway. And then sizobona ngama intense low pressure around the area. Then also weather that is associated with a tropical cyclone, sikhuluma ngama warmer to hot, very violent winds, gusty winds, gale force winds, even intense thunderstorm activities. And indawo ejwayele uku-affectwa kakhulu ama-tropical cyclones kujwayele kube lezi indawo lezi engala eastern side of the continent. So nje South Africa sikhuluma ngeindawo enjenga kusukela ko-Richards Bay down to Durban, izona indawo ejwayele uku-affectwa kakhulu ama-tropical cyclones. Ngoba i-movement ye-tropical cyclone isuka ngala ka-east iza ngala ka-west ifike dissipate khona. So ma-dissipator ifikela kulezo indawo. So grade 12 ke sebengakubuza ke manje ku-exam ukuthi mapha ama-measures that you can put in place to actually help the spread noma to minimize the damage on the area should a tropical cyclone comes into the area. Then usuzosho ke manje ungasebenzisa ama-satellite images, yabo ungasebenzisa i-data to actually track the storm as it's coming, yabo. You can actually warn people on the oncoming storm, or even evacuate people, place them in their safety place. So amanye ama-questions angaqhamuka around the tropical cyclone. Now, kungakho besinakho-ke grade 12 kwanamhlanje. Sesiyobuye sibonane next Friday. Ngaso lesi sikhathi ngicela nje ungakhohlwa uvakashela nje ipage lethu laphayana Facebook. Siphinde futhi siye laphayana ku-YouTube, sifollow Go Digital SA Foundation. Ku-Facebook ngicela ungakhohlwa ukulike ipage, ungakhohlwa futhi ukulisharisha ipage. Ngifisela okuhle for ama-trial examinations enu that are upcoming, as well as ama-November, December examinations. Nibe nesikhathi sihle.
Siyathemba nifunde kahle nasithokozela isifundo sethu sanamhlanje enisethulelwe ngezidlokotho ezinhle Ithala libambisene ne-Go Digital SA Foundation. Thamelani ke futhi esilandelayo ngesikhathi sifanayo, ningakhohlwa ukumema nabanye abafundi bebanga le-12 ukuze nabo basizakale kulolu hlelo. Uma ninemibuzo noma nifisa ukuxhumana nathi, ningasithinta ngokufaka imibuzo yenu kwinombolo yethu ye-WhatsApp ethi 068 151 1072. Mfundi, ungakhohlwa ukubhala isifundo obuza ngaso ngaphambi kokubhala umbuzo wakho. Angiyiphinde inamba yethu 068 151 1072. Siyabonga.